Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to make another ephemera folder. I'm showing you the one that I made a few months ago, I guess, and I thought it was time for another one since this one is filled with things I've collected over the years that I want to use in a journal. But in the last few months I received a lot of beautiful ephemera from all my pen pals, and I didn't want to put it in there, so I just throw it all in a box, and I wanted it to be more organized, so I decided to make a new ephemera folder. If you're new on this channel, please hit the subscribe button. You can expect a lot of creative videos from me. I upload every Monday, and yeah, let's get into the video. So I made this ephemera folder the same way I did last time, and last time I used a tutorial. Now I don't know who the tutorial is from, so in no means am I stealing the tutorial. I was just looking at what I made and kind of like thought, what did I do? I really like doing that. Like if I once make something, I follow a tutorial, and then if I make it again, I'm going to look at what I actually made, and that makes it so, like, I don't know, I feel smart doing that, figuring out what I did, remember it, stuff like that. So what you'll need for this specific ephemera folder is 5 pieces of 12 by 12 it's kind of cardstock. Yeah, it's cardstock. And on 2 of them you're going to fold like this. So you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to measure 8 centimeters from the bottom, and you're going to fold that up. And then I measured this out, which is really clean of me. I'm proud of myself for doing that. I measured 1 centimeter on the top, and then let it go into like a triangle, and did it on all the sides. And you can just glue this down or do this with double-sided tape, but I did everything in this project with the sewing machine because I just love the way that looks. And so you can do whatever. I must say this is a really easy, quick project, and if you're good with the sewing machine, it's still going to be really quick. But if you're like me and not so good with the sewing machine, it's going to take a while. But yeah, it's totally worth it if you like things to be organized, because that's the thing I love, just having everything in these little pockets. Oh, so great. So what I did differently from last time, by the way, we're now making the back, which is going to be the exact same as the front. So what I'm going to change up this time is I'm going to use 2 pockets on the inside instead of 3, because I like the bigger pockets. And then instead of using envelopes, I'm going to use clear bags, so that I can just see what's in there, and I love that look. So what I used for this project is all recycled plastic. Everything I got from my AliExpress haul, I saved the plastic, and now it's all recycled in this project. And the things that were left over I still kept for other projects, or if you were to purchase something on my shop, it's May Journals shop on Instagram, it also comes in recycled packaging. So that's just something that's important to me. And I also just really like using plastic because it's shiny and it makes a nice sound and it's clear. I love it. Okay, I'm not going to talk about plastic any longer. We're going to move on to the spine. So you just need to cut some cardstock, like actual thick cardstock, the length of the folder, and the width I chose was 1.5 inch. So you can just decide how big you want it to be, but I think this is perfect for 3 inserts, because the plastic can only hold so much, so it's not going to extend. And now we're moving on to the so-called inserts. You need to cut them down the size of the front piece, and then fold it in half as well, and you have the same exact size. You need to decide which side of the cardstock you want to be the inside, if that makes sense. If you have one-sided paper cardstock, you can totally glue another piece of paper against it, or not do that, but just think about it. If you use plastic, you're going to see the background, so yeah, just consider that. So I folded all the pieces, and then I cut off all the plastic in the size that I wanted to make the pockets, and I'm going to my sewing machine and going to sew on all the pockets. So I only sew the inside, and I have 2 pockets on each side, so that is 4 pockets in an insert, and on the outside I'm going to glue on plastic bags. And lastly, you need to sew the edges that you folded on the front and back page. I had already sorted out the plastic bags I wanted to use. I just used double-sided tape to attach them, and I just love the way it looks with the plastic. You could also use vellum or regular paper, but I really like the plastic because you can see through it and it's not distracting or anything. But if you prefer something else, you can definitely use that as well. So all the 3 inserts are now done, and now I'm going to sew them in. So you can of course choose as many inserts as you want. I chose 3 because I don't want it to be too big. And I'm going to sew them in with embroidery thread because that's sturdier and bigger, and I think it looks cute. Now on my last one I did the lace on top of the spine, and now I did it below the binding. So yeah, I think I prefer it hiding the binding, but you know, I learned that now, a little too late. But if you want to do lace as well, just think about what you want to be on top. I'm now attaching the spine to the back and the front, and I use tape for that, and that's definitely not the best. I think in the original tutorials you used like really wide washi tape, which I didn't end up liking, so I painted over that, and I didn't want to do that again, so I just used clear tape to attach it. And it's not the best thing ever, but I think it will hold on, so I did that on the front and the back. And then for extra sturdiness and just because it looks cute, I added lace to the outside of the spine, and I'm just using tacky glue to do that. You could also choose to decorate the front or the back, but I didn't do that because it's just an ephemera folder, and I think the paper in itself is already cute. So here you see me binding some inserts. I just do how I always do it. Make 3 holes and start in the middle hole, go from outside into the top hole, get back in, go back into the middle, and then go outside from the middle into the last bottom hole. And then on the inside you just tie the 2 ends together and do that a few times, and then it's pretty sturdy. And that's how I bind almost all my journals and everything I bind. It's just a really quick, easy way to bind things, and I use an embroidery needle for the thread as well because it's bigger and sturdier. So after that you've sewn everything in, and I think you're done. At this point you can just leave it like this, like I did, or decorate it, do whatever feels right. And now I'm going to show you how it looks empty, and then we're going to sort out the ephemera, and I'm going to give a final flip through of how I organized it, because I think that's an interesting part of this video, to see how I use this and how I sort things. So this is when it's empty, and I just love the clear of the plastic and the buckets. And now I'm going to get on my bed and turn that box upside down, and I'm going to sort through all the ephemera I keep in this box. So I have 3 main categories, like vintage, kawaii, and others, and then I'm going to divide that into other categories. So I have stickers, I have flowers, I've got pieces you can write on. You get pieces they're already full, so you use them for decoration. And then I got a separate thing for tags and a separate place for my pictures that I printed out, and so on and so forth. I've also got a pocket especially for printables, and then another section for my like special printables that I got because I want them to be together. And then I got some few things that are going to be in my other ephemera folder, because everything in this ephemera folder is almost everything is what I got in mail. So these things are more special to me, and things that I already own myself I prefer to put in that other one. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it makes sense to me. So in the front I'm going to keep the bags that I got from pen pals and stuff that are like already decorated, so I don't want to reuse to other pen pals, but I do want to keep them. And then on the first like page I put all the pictures, because I like to print out pictures to use in my journals, and then I don't always know what to do with them, so I need to keep them somewhere. And I just feel like this ephemera folding keeps everything from getting damaged or like wrinkled. So I think that is really nice about it. And also just it could save you some trouble, because you can just get that ephemera folder and look through it, see what you want to use, and not make an entire mess of your desk, which always happens. And like the bottom drawer of my, like, what is it called? It's not a dresser because it's not with clothes, but yeah, just a cabinet filled with journal supplies and stuff like that. And it always gets so messy and it's just never ending. So I hope this ephemera folder will help, or at least just make sure that things don't get damaged, because that is what happens in boxes, because it just gets all over each other and like the box can't close anymore. And I don't want things to get damaged, because the things I keep in this folder are really beautiful and special. I got them from pen pals and they just mean a lot to me, and I definitely want to use them, so I think it's great to have a place for them. Oh, I want to put a little disclaimer here. Yes, I'm filling an entire folder with ephemera I got from other people, but definitely don't start pen paling because you want to get stuff, because that's not what it is about. And I consider these people my friends and I send them cute stuff too. So yeah, I'm not doing it for that reason, and you shouldn't either. So I just wanted to put that out there. So we're nearing the end of the video, and I just want to say I'll do a flip through at the end of the video. But for now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, leave a comment if you have an ephemera folder as well, if you want to make one, or just tell me how you keep your ephemera, or what your favorite thing to organize is. I mean, I love talking to you guys in the comments, so please do that. Subscribe to my channel, help me grow, and if you want to see more of me, you can also follow me on Instagram. It's May Journal Slow Bar, and I'd love to see you next time. Bye!